Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Preeti Sharma and I'm your educator on platform of PrepLadder. And I have the honor and privilege of sharing the screen with Dr. Karthik K.M, who has secured rank 6 in the INI CET May 2023. And beyond this, I think Dr. Karthik, the students are not interested in listening to what I have to say because we have you sitting in front of all of us. And we would definitely want to know all about your preparation. But first, we'll begin with your introduction. So please let us know where you've done your MBBS from and just in general about you is what we would want to know.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, I'm Dr. Karthik K.M. I'm 2016 batch. I did my UG in Bangalore Medical College and Research Institute. I got rank 6 in this recently conducted INI CET May session.
Okay, so firstly, heartiest congratulations. Has the feeling finally, have you been able to absorb it? Is it still sinking in? How is it like? Did you pinch yourself when you saw the rank and the result first?
Yeah, I was at my friend's wedding, ma'am. It's my close friend's wedding. So I saw the result. I didn't believe that I got rank 6. I checked my result twice or thrice. Then I realized that it's just a gift for my hard work.
Yes, and I totally agree. It's like payback of all the hard work and effort that you've put in. And now that you've brought that up, I think students see there's no doubt about the fact that you've put in a lot of hard work. Your rank speaks for your hard work, right? But just going a little bit back in time, if I would ask you about your dedicated days of preparation, where you were not doing anything else but studying only for this exam, if I would ask you to just enumerate one day in your life, right? How was your schedule like? How many hours of study did you put in? Let's start with that and then we'll go to your sources of preparation also. So, just a day in life of Dr. Karthik pre INI CET.
So basically, I decided to take seat after internship only
Okay.
because the BMC internship was a little bit hectic. So we decided to take seat after that. So my preparation starts from previous year, May 2022 May. From then onwards, I prepared sincerely. I watched all the videos, and at the end of each videos, I used to solve the question bank that PrepLadder has given. I used to bookmarks and add the important things or the mistakes to my notes only, so that I can revise at the end of the revision. I used to give subject-wise tests at the end of the each subject, and after completing the first year and second year subject, I used to give grand test every Sunday from then onwards. So it take me 3 months for my initial reading. Then I did 2 months of revision. Then in last month, I used to brush up the things and revise my notes again and again and solve previous year question papers. So I got rank 508 in November session, ma'am.
Okay.
Uh, then I was getting peripheral aims,
Hmm.
pediatrics, but I was not satisfied with the rank and also my efforts. I need to push much more harder. So I sincerely prepared for the NEET exam. In the NEET, I got rank 234. It boosted my confidence so that I can push some more, much more harder, so that I can take Central Institute. So I revised the notes again and again after that NEET session and solved previous year AIMS questions. So I got rank 6 in this session.
Right. So quite a journey and a journey obviously in the positive direction. And of course, a lot of hard work has gone in because see, the kind of strategy that you have pointed out is what probably we advise every student to follow. Everyone's told to go through their main videos, do grand tests, give grand tests from the beginning. But it somewhere is very difficult to follow that. And most students don't actually follow that strategy is why they do not get a decent rank or a rank that they desire. But you've gone for the most old school strategy, and the result is in front of us. So you've gone through videos, your basics, you've solved questions after every topic, you've given GTs, and GT scare is something that most of the students have. So, firstly, hats off that you had the courage of giving your GTs from the very beginning. But yeah, what was your strategy for a grand test? Like you said, on Sundays you used to give a grand test. Would you, revise it and would you review it the same day, or how did you approach the GTs?
I used to give GTs on every Sunday so that I can and I used to review that grand test on the same day itself, and used to add the points which I have mistaken in that grand test to my notes only. Uh, yes, ma'am. I used to give review on the same day only.
Okay, so again, something which is so advisable but so not followed by most of the students. But as I said, that the rank that you have anyway proves that you are very, very sorted and very, very wise, and that is what we gather after talking to you also. So, all these months of dedicated preparation that you've done, how many hours per day were you putting in on an average for getting the best output?
Initially, I used to read for 8 to 10 hours, but after my first revision, after my first reading, I used to sit for 12 hours, ma'am. Then at the end of last month, I used to read for almost 12 to 13 hours, ma'am. I
Wow,
used to take,
and
I used to take breaks in the middle. I used
hmm.
to watch Insta. Uh, I used to watch Insta and all, uh, and I used to read
Wow,
for.
that's something which is very rare to find from one of the toppers, because most students are advised and they come across saying that we deactivated our social media accounts and we were off social media for 6 months. So were you one of the reels addict also, like all of us are nowadays? Was that your source of entertainment?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. I used to go through Insta and I am very active at YouTube also. These are my stress busters, and I used to talk to my friends also daily for almost 32 minutes to 1 hour. So basically, you need both mental peace and also stability to get this.
I know,
So
and that's so important because I have never advised any student to have a social media detox, because I fall in the same category of people who get their entertainment and their daily dose of sanity by scrolling through random reels which probably don't make any sense, but they're a very good stress buster in your life. So that's another myth that you've busted, because everyone believes that toppers are extremely nerdy and they're not into anything else other than their textbooks. So was that was definitely one way of you having a stress buster. But how did you deal with, like you were saying, 8 hours, then 10 hours, then 14 hours? There obviously is a day or a state where of you feel mentally exhausted, and obviously everyone has that phase of just wanting to give up and why did I even fall for this kind of days. How did you deal with those? Who and what did you fall back upon when you did not feel like continuing or did not have a good grand test, for example?
initially, when I used to read for 8 to 10 hours, it's little bit difficult to get adjusted. So I will take all half an hour break for every 2 hours. I used to go to Insta and YouTube also. I used to listen to music so that I can take ample amount of break. So main thing lies in you need to concentrate that 2 hours part.
Hmm.
You should not think about that extra activities in that 2 hours, and you should completely focus on enjoying that half an hour. So basically you have to balance both of them so that you will not get stressed in, then after I get adjusted, and I love to solve the questions, so it take me to 12 to 14 hours.
That's amazing. So, one more thing that we've learned from Dr. Karthik is be in the moment. If you're studying for 2 hours, then that's all that you're supposed to think of. And if you have a break, then in that 30 minutes, you're not going to open your books or refer to any MCQ. And that is exactly how we need to be, that is exactly how students should be preparing, and a lot to learn from you. One more thing that I want to ask you, which students ask me, but since you have been through this journey of late recently, there's a lot of FOMO, and that's the new FOMO FOMO syndrome that every student is suffering from. We've got ample overabundance of information, students asking for hundreds of PDFs on Telegram, and there are so many platforms, so much of information available for free, for paid, and everywhere around. Did you at any point of time switch your sources, or did you fall for that trap of, wanting to see the same subject from multiple sources? And if yes or no, how did you kill that FOMO?
Basically, I understood that this is just the game of revision. This is nothing to do with the content because every subject has a super specialty content. There is so much to learn, so much to know, so much to solve. But we have to restrict ourselves for notes and also previous year questions so that we don't take burden of knowing so many things. At the end, it only matters. The revision only matters. So I used to revise my notes again and again. So this is my primary start.
Right. So, I also always tell students that 90 to 95% of the information in every PDF and every set of notes is the same. I mean, the subject is never going to change. It's going to be the same. You can go on reading and doing a PhD also, but that's never going to help you because you will never be able to revise that much of information. You have to be very concise in your approach. So, I think one take home message in bold letters that I would take away from Dr. Karthik is it's just the game of revision. I think that is something, if I had to like take the best thing out of your preparation, was that very quickly in your preparation you analyze that revising multiple times was much more important than reading it from multiple places. That is so nice. Also, see the journey between NEET and INI. I mean, did you feel that there was some little less stress while you were giving this INI exam because you did have a good rank of NEET PG also in hand? Does that less of stress actually play a role or give you a better result in the exam?
Definitely, it boosted my confidence when I got 234. Uh, it gave me much confidence that I will get definitely medicine or pediatrics in it. So I gave with my best efforts. I used to solve previous year questions and I used to revise the notes again and again.
So, somewhere keeping a calm mind and being very calm, composed, and not panicking definitely enhances your productivity in the exam, right? But yeah, easier said than done because everyone's nerves get tensed whenever we sit in front of a computer screen. But yes, we have to try our best to maintain ourselves in a calm state. So, Dr. Karthik, what are the future plans now? Now you've got a rank at which you're possibly getting everything. So, you got everything on the plate. What are you going to select?
I want to take medicine or pediatrics. There is little bit confusion, so I need to decide it.
Okay, so we would definitely keep this thread open. So just drop us a comment later on once you select a branch so that everyone knows that where the story of Dr. Karthik is heading towards, because many students are going to follow you after this great achievement now. And before we end the meeting, the stage is all yours. It is your, a great achievement which doesn't come every day in life. So anyone or any set of people you want to thank and dedicate this to, so the stage is all yours.
Definitely, I need to thank my supporting pillars, my parents,
Right.
and my brother, and all my friends, and the entire PrepLadder team also for this amazing journey.
Right. So, thank you so much on behalf of the entire Prep Ladder team. But yeah, as you said, the first person that you have to thank are your parents because we work hard, but a lot of sacrifices that have they have made in making us reach here. So I think yeah, this is your time to celebrate with them first because there won't be anyone happier than them in this particular situation. So thank you so much, Dr. Karthik, for sharing your journey and letting us be a part of your journey and wishing you all the very best for the future. And we are now waiting for whether it is medicine or pediatrics. So we'll be following you out here as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.